Yeah, we need to make this show a whole lot less nerdy right now. So let's bring in
someone cool.
Assistant head basketball coach Tim LaComb of BYU Hoops. Tim, welcome to the Star Wars madness.
Man, this is good. I will say I'm definitely not the guy to bring in on Star Wars Day. I don't know any of this.
So you
stuff.
don't own the book or the publication that Jerem just brought up?
No,
visual media guy?
No. I actually kind of did some research today to try to fit in a little, but I'm nowhere near. Like, you guys are throwing names out there. I have no idea. So
okay, so we've tossed out to Twitter, what BYU athletes and coaches would you compare to which Star Wars characters? Do you have anything in mind? 'Cause we said Eric Mika is Chewie.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Dave Rose as Obi-Wan.
Okay.
Wise.
Just a wise sage.
Yeah.
You know,
Mm-hmm.
always knows exactly what's going on, what to do. I mean, from my experience watching two of them, I think.
2 of them.
I'm sorry. I'd call Taysom Luke Skywalker, the valiant kid, you know, just out trying to make it happen. And I would put myself in the Max Rebo band.
Excuse me? Who is that?
I don't know. I thought you'd know.
Jerem, there's somebody that you don't know?
They're the band for Jabba
Oh, they're
the Hutt.
band. Yeah, they're the band.
Yes.
Now, I only know that. Because I looked it up this morning. I thought, oh, Jerem will be really impressed. But so he's not as into it as
You
he
went
thought.
above and beyond,
Hey,
Tim.
how about that?
Yeah.
Wow,
Well
you
done.
stumped
Well
Jeremy
done.
Jordan.
Thank you.
You've reached the pinnacle in your life.
I didn't claim to be like all-knowing with this. I just like it a lot.
I know.
Hey, you read the visual dictionary for Pete's sake.
Like 10 pages.
All
That
right.
was too much.
Okay. Oh, you didn't get to Max's band.
No. No, I did not.
Okay.
Oh, we're rolling. Star Wars themed BYU Sports Nation today, talking with Tim LaComb, assistant head basketball coach for BYU, coming off a large win, destroyed the Death Star of sorts, beat Colorado, and we want to know now, a few days removed from that, as you looked at Illinois, what does that win over Colorado mean at this point?
Well, what was exciting about the win is I think it's the best we've played. You know, I think we've had games where we played really well, you know, maybe offensively, or we've hustled. You know, like Utah State, we got 23 offensive rebounds, but offense wasn't real clean. I think it was a game we put everything together against what I feel is a really good team. I think Colorado will win a lot of games this year and have a ton of respect for Coach Boyle and their program. So the fact that we were able to kind of put all that together was the most encouraging thing. You know, we are obviously down the stretch. We had, you know, 2 freshmen out there and 3 sophomores.
How about that?
And that was really kind of a fun deal. And actually 3 freshmen, right? 3 freshmen, 2 sophomores out there a lot of the time. So it's a like Coach said, you know, we're not a finished, polished piece yet. We're working in process, but that was definitely kind of an indication that things are kind of going in the right direction.
9 of 19 from 3, 47% was the season high. What was different about three-point shooting other than making more?
Well, I think that you know, the one thing that we've really tried to do is put a value on a possession, and when that ball goes inside and comes back out, when the ball is driven and kicked out, you know, those are the optimum threes. I think that, you know, everybody was a little bit nervous, you know, but as coaches, we weren't too nervous because we knew who these kids were and we knew the kind of shooters they were.
Are you saying about three-point shooting
right,
so far this year?
Yeah. So, I mean, you go through the history of time, everybody's going through some slumps, and we knew our guys were more capable than they'd shown from the three-point line, and so that is more like kind of what we're expecting, and when we recruited these kids, what we thought, you know, they would be doing night in and night out.
Now, a big reason why BYU is getting a lot of open three-point looks in that format is because of what Eric Mika has done, which brings us to our stat of the day.
It's the BYU Sports Nation Stat of the Day.
Eric Mika leads the nation with 10.4 fouls drawn per 40 minutes. You think that guy's attracting a lot of attention? Holy cow, and opening up three-point shooters, as I just said. Coach, in your mind and from what you've seen on film and in game, what is he doing to be so successful this year?
You know, he's playing with a great amount of poise down there. He definitely has a great feel for when he's double covered and he'll throw that thing out. But he's also great at when it's time to attack. He's definitely the one thing I think he's made the biggest jump in from coming home from his mission is just the mental side of his game. when things aren't going great, or he has a little bit of a tough couple minutes, he's able to kind of rally and get through to the next set of minutes and kind of do some good things. His free throw shooting this year has been terrific as well. So not only is he getting to the line, but he's making, I think, what is he, 61% as a freshman, and I think he's 78, 79 right now.
It's a crazy jump.
Yeah. So all that being said, I just think he's playing with a ton of confidence, a ton of poise. And, it takes some patience down there in the post, especially when teams are going to bring basically every single kind of look. He's seen the top double. He's seen the baseline double. He's seen guards dig down on the bounce. So he's seen everything that everybody's throwing at him, and he's doing a great job of handling it all and making good decisions.
Illinois is 8-3. They've jumped out to a nice start. That game's in the United Center Saturday in Chicago on the Big Ten Network and BYU Radio. What kind of challenge are the Fighting Illini?
They're a good team. From film you can see they're what you would expect a Big Ten team to be. They've got great athletes. They've got great size. I think the thing that is really impressive is throughout the roster they have great skill level. They have fours that can step out and make shots, and they also drive you to the basket. They've got a big guy inside, it's about 280 pounds, that really demands a ton of attention down in the low block. They've had a point guard go off for 30 points, so they seem to be a really balanced team with great size, great skill level, and they play really hard. So it's going to be a great challenge.
Preparing for Illinois during finals week, and so guys balancing schedules and trying to get tests figured out and all that stuff. And I talked to Eric Mika, and he's like, man, it's so busy right now, just trying to manage all of my schoolwork along with still trying to stay engaged with film and all that stuff. So what's practice been like this week?
We've always kind of taken an interesting approach to finals. We obviously want these kids to do well. That's why they're here, to get their degrees. So we actually took Monday completely off. Didn't do anything on Monday. If the guys wanted to come in and get some shots, and scheduling on their own, they could do that. Tuesday, we actually just did a half an hour with each guy in groups, a couple different groups, where they came in and got a sweat, got some shots. And moved around in between all of the different finals they had. And then yesterday we actually practiced for the first time. And we basically just kind of got the cobwebs off. We didn't really we kind of showed them some Illinois stuff, but not, and we didn't tell them, hey, this is exactly what they're doing, just so they could keep their minds on, the task at hand. And then today we'll dive in hard to, the scout for Illinois. We'll practice again tomorrow once we get out there to Chicago, and then we'll play the game on Saturday.
When the guys aren't in school over the break, how's the level of engagement? I imagine it could go either way, I guess.
Our guys are awesome. I mean, they, Eric, actually talking about Eric, he's one guy, like every single day, he comes in for, half an hour and has lunch in my office. And our guys, they feel comfortable being around. So it's not when they're not in school, we'll probably see a little bit more of them. It's an interesting deal right now because so many of our guys are married. So and it's the holidays. So you're juggling some stuff there. But our guys do a great job. And that's one thing as a staff we've really tried to be really good at this year, is to be there for them, whenever they have something. So we spend a lot of time together. I would imagine when they don't have class, we'll probably see a little bit more of them too.
Tim LaComb with us, assistant head basketball coach for BYU, preparing for Illinois on Saturday and playing in the United Center. This is the third time that BYU will have played in an NBA arena this season. Played at Staples against USC, of course, the game against Utah State in Vivint Smart Home Arena. And now the
Delta
United Center.
Energy Vivint Smart Home Arena.
How many times has that arena's name changed in the last 10 years? Goodness. But headed to the United Center, what does this do for a team to play in those type of venues?
Well, it's good. The feel of those arenas kind of what you're going to experience in the NCAA tournament. And what is really neat about these events is, each one of them, the Utah event was something we do with the Jazz every year, and it's been a great thing. We have a great association with them. The deal in LA, being able to play in the Staples Center. I mean, even I was kind of taking pictures of the floor. That was pretty cool. And that was a neat thing that we were invited to do from the College Basketball Hall of Fame, put that on. And then this event in Chicago, is actually, to play in the United Center for our guys. It's going to be neat. They all want to, get out there and see the Jordan statue. But that's a cool one because it's the people that put on the Maui Invitational. It's a nice thing for the program. Those are things that you can't, call them and say, hey, can we get into your event? Those are things you're invited to. And I think the history of the program and the success that the program's had through the years, the level of respect that that they have for Coach Rose, and those invites come, and that's really kind of a neat statement about the fact that we're in there with Gonzaga, Arizona, USC, and LA, and here we're with Illinois and Northwestern, Dayton, kind of in an event. They're really neat environments. I think we'll probably be a little more used to playing in an NBA environment this time. I don't know that. Now that we've done it, I think our guys will be pretty comfortable.
Coach, I almost feel like we should extend the BYU Sports Nation karma through the use of a lightsaber or
Please.
something like that today.
Can we fire that thing up?
Yeah. Jerem.
Are you going to let me hold it? Or?
Yeah,
Get yours and let's battle.
Yeah, I don't want to be in the middle of the battle, though.
We're battling. We're transferring the karma through the lightsabers to
Put
Tim
it through his head.
This is the greatest / worst moment in the history of the show.
Thank you.
Tim, good luck against Illinois.
Thanks,
Great
guys.
practice. Congratulations on
Good luck.
surviving the madness.
Good luck talking over this.
Of the Star Wars man, Jeremy
All right.
Jordan.
Hey, we're definitely going to improve. We got a way better looking guy coming on next. Look at him over there.